And do you know how hard it is to wipe DNA from a... Do you guys know? I need some forensic people here, right? Do you know how hard it is to wipe DNA off a weapon? Especially a what you guys would call a pew-pew. Do you know how hard it is? Because you also end up with a residue. Like, you end up with residue in the nails as well. Just bear that in mind. If anything, even if the weapon was wiped, you will still be left with the bullet residue within your nails. Like, you end up with residue. There's no way. It's really, really hard. And James was excluded on everything. So... And did you know that when we asked to retest the weapon, you know that majority of the DNA on the weapon was... It's crazy. Did you know that majority of the DNA of the weapon has been depleted? In other words, destroyed. Why? And when we asked whatever was left of the DNA to retest, they said there's no point because James was excluded. Do you know what? Actually, I can send... Oh, 2 seconds. I just realized something. And these are the people that apparently were telling the truth for 17 years. If you were telling the truth for 17 years... Do you know what's crazy? The aunt... It's so sad because the aunt has terminal cancer. And she I just feel like... Like, with all due respect, if I had terminal cancer, I'll be more worried about my life than the life I just took. Like, with all due respect. If I had terminal cancer, I'll be more worried about my life and go above and beyond and spend time with Jesus Christ so that relationship can be pure with my Lord and Savior, then worry about trying to tarnish a man's life that you petitioned to take. So, all these minions of Teresa Butler and Annette Jones, pass that message over to them, please, because the last thing, like... I just realised I've got my other phone. I want to show some stuff. 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Let me just get my laptop back. I'm going to show you that photo. I'm going to show you guys that photo. Because one thing for sure and two things... No, James didn't want nobody but me there. Do you know how Texan says one thing for sure and two things for certain? I'm going to always bring receipts. That's why I respect people who bring receipts for me. Okay. This is the same woman. 2 seconds. Let me turn my airdrop on. This is the same woman. Very soon after. Where's airdrop? Very soon after. Where's airdrop? Very soon after. Very soon after. Very soon after. I just want to show you this. Sorry, it's probably just me. I'm being a bit slow. Why is this taking ages? I want to show you some stuff. Why are you not working, sir? Let's try again. Are you mad? Sorry, what's that? Is your spelling... Never mind. Okay, look at this, guys. This is the auntie. Can you not? Why can't you see it? That's the same auntie. I'll be seeing him take his last breath, F him, right? Oh, I think it's time I come after your nasty self. Luciano. Do you know how sad it is to be a grown-ass man and still call himself Luciano and act like you're coming from a Mulan movie? Like, are you not embarrassed? I guess some weird woman sits there and finds it sexy, but yet you are the saddest idiot. You're 17 and get the hell out of an adult's conversation. You need to go drink your milk and go to sleep, sir. It's past your bedtime. At 17, you need to cover yourself, tuck your damn mother flipping self in, tuck yourself into bed and drink that bottle that your mama warmed up the milk for. Don't come here with your 17-year-old little ungrown self. Your hormones haven't even kicked in correctly yet. And you're coming here to a grown adults conversation. At 17, you call yourself Luciano. And then I bet you drive your dad's Mercedes. You don't even drive. You just got a provisional. These kids need to get out of adult conversations. I need to find more of the other screenshots. It's because I've had to put them away. That was the Butler family auntie. That was Teresa Butler's sister. There's more, but obviously I've put them on I'll be honest with you, I've put them on a different folder. And I'm having to send them to the other phone. But do you know what? The next time I jump on, I'm gonna have everything ready for everybody to see. And I'm gonna start posting them. I hate clapping back at people. Like, oh honey, I was like, see, one thing about me, yeah, I'll keep it real with you. I'm very, 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 very real, right? One thing about me, I watched every single person. Like, when I mean I was like a hawk. from the top of the cliff. I was like a hawk, because what I had to do is, and this is why I get frustrated sometimes, because when people say you didn't know him, whatever, whatever, whatever. When I mean, like, I was like a hawk from the top of the cliff, watching everybody on a bird's eye view, because I noticed that for 17 years, for like what, I met him in his 15th year, right? For 15 years, I noticed people were going above and beyond to lie on his name. That what they did was they just shoved him in, like they threw him in the cage and took his voice away from that interview, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, one thing about me is I'm not going to just take your story and then run with it. I'm going to do my own investigations. And to the point that I found his biological dad. His birth certificate is all a lie. How I found his biological dad is I found out where both his mother and him served in the military. And then I come to find out what his role... I didn't have his name. I didn't have his date of birth. Furthermore, his mother kept giving me 5 different names to lose my track. And I found his biological dad. I was like a hawk, like an eagle, from the highest part of the sky, watching every single person involved in this case. And I just kept screenshot. So when Teresa Butler decided to delete everything, like, and I even knew, I'll call him back. Like, it came to a point that when Teresa Butler, like, I knew the people that were coming, they spoke to each other. Yeah. But they never met. He met his brother that he didn't know he had. But yeah. So that's the thing with me, because James told me everything. And I said to James, bet, I'm going to go back 35 years. And I want to know through other people what they're saying about you. People that know you, that have known you longer than me. When I tell you I went back 35 years, I spoke to the shopkeeper. I spoke to, like, I can tell you, I'm going to start showing. That's one thing I can show people. Like, honey, I was traveling all over Texas. I was traveling all over Arkansas. I was driving from Arkansas to Texas. I wrote to him. Look. This was the project he lived in. This was called Bramble Court. That's the projects he lived in when he was 8-9 years old. My laptop doesn't have it. All my pictures are on this phone. I've gone to Texarkana. I went to Hope High School. I went to Mount Vernon. I went to both sides of Texarkana, which is the Arkansas side and the Texas side. I got his school reports. I got everything. Everything. I even went to funerals I had no business being in. Trying to find, they're not on my laptop. I was doing, the first trip I ever took to meet James, I can tell you, I hit over 10,000 miles driving. No, I'm still going to be fighting for James's case. I will never ever touch individual cases because that would involve me going back into death row, and I could never walk into Polensky unit again. Yeah. Because James knew, let me tell you something. James knew when we got together, James knew he no longer had to beg for money. He no longer had to, you know that the first 5-6 years, James had no food on his plate. And then he started making friends, and he started like speaking to people. Like there are men in death row who saw James when he first entered prison and when he last left that place and died. Like they saw him grow from a boy to a man. Like people didn't like if I tell you the real story of James, like it's beyond measure of like what the heck. When James and I got together, I said to him, you never have to worry about a thing again. You don't have to sit there and like, I remember some people try to say, James, remember all the money I sent you. I've had to say it to a few people. You know, it's not by force. You send people money, you know. It's not by force. And I know my husband was very prideful at times where like he would rather starve than you use money against him. Like I've seen people use money to manipulate him, thinking that, oh, if you don't speak to me, if you don't call me, if you don't sit there and boost my ego, I won't send you money for commissary. And when I came into his life, I said, listen, damn that. Like, that's disgusting. Do you know how many people went crazy because they knew that money was no longer the factor that they could hold James to boost their own egos. Like, these people know. Like, these people know the shit that they did to James. And it's crazy because all these people didn't realize that my husband told me the truth for everything. Whether it was heavy for me, whether it was not. Whether I liked it or not. Or it was uncomfortable for me or not. But he always said to me, I'm going to tell you every single thing. So when people try to chat shit, when people try to speak bad, at least you're already aware. You can't sit there and say, well, I didn't know. And that's one thing about me and my husband. We kept it real. We told each other the most uncomfortable stuff, the best stuff, the weird stuff. Like, we told each other everything. So you could have went to my husband and told him stuff that people would have thought, oh, I got shit on Tiana. And my husband would have laughed in your face and said, I know. And people have written to my husband and said, oh, Tiana's crazy. Do you know what my husband replied back with? I know the damn woman is crazy. That's why I love her. Like, people don't understand how much that man suffered, and then like using money as a way to manipulate him and all of that stuff. Because why? My husband knew. Argument, no argument. Disagreement, no disagreement. If it was time for commissary, that money was sent. There was no question about it. He didn't have to ask me. That money was sent. That money was sorted. Because at the end of the day, I knew if that man were ever to come out, I'll never have to worry a day in my life. Any money that came to him, that was donated to him, that people gave to him, that nice people gave to him, he would say, listen, if I needed something, he would be like, use that money and go. Go get your nails done. Go sort your life out. He would like, it's like, you just can't sit there and think, like, don't get me wrong. There are some inmates and they do play the game. But not many people are in the case like James and I are. Or like other people. But so when people sit there and say, why wasn't his family there? Think about it. Think about it. Like, I've seen people lie and say, oh, all my money is going to sending James for money. Why are you lying? My husband knew he had me no matter what happened. There was nothing in this earth. What does allowed to be together mean? I don't understand. Yeah, he's got 4 other siblings. After he passed away, that's when. You guys already know this. I don't understand why some questions are asked that are apparent and are aware of. Pics of the cell. You can really search that up on Google if you wanted to see pics of death row of. It's not even death row cells. Every cell in Polanski unit is the same. Like, people sit there and think that death row cells are different from general population. There's no different. You just know that there's a section where there's more death row inmates there, and they're together with the solitary confinement. Like, every cell looks the same. There's nothing different between death row inmates and general population cells. They're all the same. No, he was able to eat. No, then there's no door bars, there's still doors. He was able to eat. He would, like, I made sure he never had to eat the prison food. But obviously, if they had a lockdown, you wasn't able to send commissary unless you sent a care package. But yeah, I don't know if he had a hot pot. What's a hot pot? So death row inmates are in their cells 7 days a week. If there's enough staff, their regular would be 2 times a week to go to recreation, where they will end up in there for hours. Sometimes they would just leave them outside for hours. And then they had showers every other day. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, they definitely don't have that in Texas, Claudia. I can promise you now. So obviously we were in 2 different time zones, but during the morning, I know he woke up. So their breakfast time is like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Their breakfast time is generally about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And then so James was very active. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he was quite muscly. That's how they just did it. So breakfast time was quite early, and he exercised quite a lot. James was about his health and his fitness. So he exercised a lot, he read a lot, and then he would have a moment in his day where he would reply to people that would message him. And then he would watch a sermon up until he would keep himself busy. He would study his case. James liked to keep busy. James hated being bored. And then he would call me from 2 o'clock, generally from 2:30 till 8 o'clock. We would be on the phone, and I would just get on with my day, and he would get on with his. And he literally came everywhere with me. I would go to the store, I would go to the hairdressers, I went everywhere, and he would be on the phone to me. And then from 8 o'clock, he would tell me that he's going to watch a movie or watch a sermon or carry on. Especially if he had like legal visits, he would make sure he was prepared for those legal visits. Make dinner. So he would always make dinner whilst he was on the phone to me. So then after, he would eat his food after we would get off the phone. Did we have a favorite movie? Not really. We would just like pick a movie that we would watch on the day. He made me watch, let me tell you something. He made me watch The Chosen, all 5 series, back to back to back. He was obsessed with The Chosen. And then the last movie, hello. And then, see, that's what I mean. Like, did you watch, what did he watch movies on? I thought it would be normal TV. No, so they have tablets. They have tablets where they will type everything down. Yeah, they all cooked for themselves. If it was general population, it would have been different. So yeah, so we get like 30 minutes intervals, but James and I would just call back to back to back the whole time he was allowed on the phone. So like we'll have the 30 minutes. You have 1 minute remaining. Thank you for using Securus. And then he will come back straight away. And you know what's so crazy? We never ran out of anything to speak, you know. No. He wasn't allowed to go out every day from his cell. There will be days that he'll be stuck in. If there was a lockdown, a prison lockdown, he would be locked in that cell until the lockdown was gone. No, I'm not in Texas. I need to get off because I'm starting to get tired. It's so crazy because he was talking about how he spent 19 years. If James was ever allowed, do you think he would come? Yes. Yes, James said, get me the hell out of the United States of America. Do you know what's so funny? At one point, James considered that if he ever came out, he wanted to consider to going back to Kosovo. I said, boy, no. I forgot what I was going to say. It's past midnight. $20 a day? $25 a day? Have I eaten today? Not really. I had toast in the morning. That's all I had today. Securus, yeah. That dumb lady. Thank you. No. Thank you. Oh yeah, as I was saying, Securus is a pain in the butt. Thank you. As I was saying, and now it slipped out my mind again. This is my ADHD. This is how you know it's my ADHD. No, death row inmates weren't allowed to use instant messaging. It was just was it instant messaging? It was the one. Oh, here we go. We thought we was gonna miss. We thought we was gonna have a very peaceful life, you know. Oh. Oh, thank you, Claudia. Do you know what? I'm so mellow right now. I don't have it in me. I'm okay. I've always had an interest in Texas death row and Texas government politics. So maybe one day I'll pursue it. But with what's going on in the elections right now, I wish I was in it already. I'm going to get off in 5 minutes. Thank you, Anna. That's okay, Tonya. Listen, what is going on right now in the Texas politics, right? It is bewildering. Like, it's no longer politics. It's literally bewildering. Thank you, Shawana. Like, it is crazy. It is just, it's beyond me. Like, even the Republicans are going against each other. Like, there's no fairness. There's no, like, I feel sorry for the citizens of Texas. Like, it's a circus. It's absolutely a circus. Like, it's all hunger. It's Hunger Games right now. It's literally Hunger Games. This is nothing to do about the citizens of Texas. This is about power, money, and hunger, and, well, greed. This has nothing to do about the what the Lone Star represents. Like, how did we go from I ain't being involved, like, I ain't being involved in none of the Senate runs or endorsements, la-di-da-di-da, and the next thing you know, you endorse this maniac. Why? No one ever wins. No one ever wins. What people, this, like, it blows my mind because Texans believe they're winning. They're not. You're just being cheated. It's like it's like a toxic boyfriend telling you I love you, but yet he doesn't even treat you right because he only cares about himself. And then you have peroxide Karens sitting there with their little dusters. I really need to get my eyebrows done. Oh my Lord. Guys, I miss my husband, man. I really do. Thank you. Och kanske med lumtor. I speak Albanian. Hi, Norway. God bless you guys. Norway, oh my God. I'm not even gonna lie. You live in one of the best peaceful countries in the world. The most best greenery, the most economically safe, the most beautiful country. På. How to survive law school. Don't give up. Don't give up. Even when it is so hard. Even when you feel like you're about to tip. Don't give up. Even when you feel like that money's running out and you need to go to school. Don't give up. Listen, there was times I would take a Lime bike to university because I couldn't afford to get public transport. Your TDCJ is a different level, honestly. Don't give up. If you are blessed to be able to go into law school, then you have the capabilities to get through it. No, we didn't get the last meal. I know. Have you seen the Norway prisons, guys? Norway prison is a rehabilitation center. It's embarrassing to even call them a prison. No, I didn't do the bar. I paused everything so I can focus on James's case. He was terrified. He cried a lot. I was with him on the day from 8 o'clock in the morning. Thank you. No option of penalty. It's just a lethal injection. Thank you, Lynn. Oh, here we go. You're boring. Yeah, okay, Nick, say it again. Do you want me to say it for you? He is in fire right now. He is in fire right now. He is in fire. Okay, good one. Good on you, Nick. And what now? You think your words are gonna hurt me? This disgusting human being, bruv. Oh, he's an Albanian. Never mind. No, he's an Albanian. These Albanian men are so they're bitter lemons. Like, you would think they came out of a lemon stalk. Like, that's how bitter these lemons are. Have you connected with any of the other prison wives on here? Not really. Like, I know Emma, but she's no longer a prison wife, so I've spoken to some. But you know what? It's interesting, Becca. I don't look at them as prison wives. I'm that kind of person. If you're nice to me, I will speak to you. And I don't think like I'm just like easy. Thank you. 6'2". My husband was above that 6 foot. It's on my TikTok, but I can do another story time. Thank you, Savannah. Hi. Yes, he was in from 19 years old. Oh, now you just reminded me what I've been trying to say for the last hour, like forgetting. I remember James said to me, babe, I spent 19 years outside and I'm about to spend the other half inside. That is wild. Like, he didn't even get a chance in life. I'm not gonna lie, he was too good for this world. He was way too good for this world. 2.5 years now. He was way too good for this world. Thank you, Shawana. Thank you so, so much. Yes, so we always used to speak about that. If God willed it, that he would come out alive, that he wanted to straight away start therapy. Amen. Thank you. He was very, very knowledgeable on the fact that he knew do I still believe in what? That he wanted to see a therapist, because he was aware that obviously in God, of course I still believe in God. Yeah, that was something very big for James, that he said, if God wills it that I come out of there alive, I know that to be a even better husband and a dad, I need therapy to undo the issues and the systematic habits he had built in there. James was very self-aware. That's what people don't forget. James was very self-aware. Take them long to decide what? Guys, I feel like... Guys, I just want to ask this quickly, right? Because there's quite a few of you. I just want to know, do you guys want me to give you a death penalty lesson? Do you know what? I have the PowerPoints and everything. We're actually going to go through the whole death penalty and literally the statistics and everything that's got to do with the death penalty. So you guys are aware of like the appeals process, the litigation process, the punishment phase, the trial phase. Like, we will go through, we'll have a series of everything when it comes to the death penalty and the American Constitution. Like, so you guys are aware, because I'm not going to lie, the younger generations, we have a bigger say in order to stop this. Because one thing I realized is people say, oh, like, for example, people were mad that Tanner Horner was given a appeal. It's automatic. As soon as you end up on death row, you end up with an automatic appeal. I'm not even going to start with that because I would get into trouble. Because I came to realize after James's execution, I came to realize like a lot of people don't know about the death penalty and how it really works and like the misjustices and stuff like that. So, yeah. I think it's time that I actually do a proper series on the death penalty. Not just Texas, but death penalty in the American Constitution. Because the death penalty came from the forefathers, which are the old men in hundreds of years ago who created these laws, this constitution. Yeah, he spent a lot of time with he had loads of friends in there. Where's my laptop? I'm about to show you guys something. Where's my emails? An update. Look, guys, I literally have my training. I have my training all here. My training PowerPoints. Oh, little Larry. I think I should message him and check up on him, but I feel weird to message other people. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to find the PowerPoint. Who checks into me? Thank you, Randy. Thank you so much. I want to see if I can find Jesus, I have so many emails. It's wild. I want to find the... Okay. So guys, can you imagine? All of this is literally just documents only about the death penalty, right? And there's like mental health and intellectual disability, race, trial procedure, poverty, ineffective assistance of counsel, procedural defaults, innocence, juries, juveniles, forensics, lethal injections, international law, investigation materials, mitigation, landmark cases, and contents. Like, you have to study all of this. There's just a lot. Like, this is based on race. Only all of this is based on race itself. So can you imagine how much race is a big thing in the death penalty? And then if you want to go out of your own way, sorry, I'm literally giving you guys a whole lesson. But if you guys want to go out your own way to look at statistics on the death penalty, go on DPIC, which is the Death Penalty Information Center. Of course, that's what's meant to happen, but yeah. Yeah, so if you want to go out your own way to search it up before our death penalty lessons, what constitutes the penalty, the forefathers. The forefathers brought the death penalty into America, and they now believe that it is the right form of punishment for heinous crimes. I'm trying to keep it not like legal jargon, because I know that it's... Guys, you know that... No, the person that administers the lethal injection is a correctional officer that volunteers to administer it. You know that in Texas, they stopped the death penalty in the 90s and 1970 something, and it took one case to bring it back. And ever since then, they've executed. So when did the UREC case in Texas was... The UREC case in Texas was in 1976, right? That was the landmark case that the Supreme Court decided to bring the death penalty back in Texas. Since 1976, 600 people have been executed, including my husband. A lot of them were innocent. They just hit the 600th execution a week after my husband's execution. My husband was the 599th person. Edward Busby, who had an intellectual disability, who the Fifth Circuit decided to temporarily stop his execution, and Ken Paxton fought for it because he knew that the Supreme Court would not support and either intervene in saving anybody's life. He then became the 600th person to be executed since 1976 in Texas. Today, Arizona executed a guy. Tomorrow, there, I believe, is another 3 people in the space of a week. Edward Busby, it was a lady. She was a victim, an older lady. I believe she was a teacher, and I didn't look into his case. I just know that there was a lady. In the DPIC, which is the Death Penalty Information Center, more facts. I've said this before. If the defendant is black and the victims are white, the chances of them getting the death penalty is so much more higher than the defendant being white and the victims being white. I could show you this. There it says the Death Penalty Information Center identifies two primary race factors in capital punishment: the race of the victim and the race of the defendant. Studies consistently show defendants who kill white victims are significantly more likely to receive the death penalty, while defendants of color face disproportionately higher rates of capital charges and executions. Black and Latina defendants face subsequently higher odds of receiving a death sentence than white defendants, particularly when the victim is white. Black individuals are also significantly overrepresented among wrongful convictions in capital cases. No, they don't want to investigate our case. I'm forcing it to be investigated. I'm doing my own, we are doing our own independent investigation on this case because they're refusing. Oh, yeah, Monica, 100%. You know, I went to Dallas criminal court. I went to the Dallas criminal court and I asked to go witness a capital murder case, right? And this was what they call black on black killing, right? You know, it was a capital murder case, but they weren't even pursuing the death penalty because it wasn't worth it for them. They say there's no money in that. I forgot the case. I'm gonna try and it was these little young boys. It was the case of I can't remember what the boys' names were. All that happens is he gets a clear name, but it's too late. My aim is to... Do you know what my aim is? Since you want to be smart about it. My aim is to clear James Broadnax's name, my husband's name, because at the end of the day, I carry that name too. So I want to clear his name and then educate the people about the death penalty in America. Educate the people and ensure that this death penalty travesty, this death penalty theatrical acts that these white Americans and white people do, not just Americans, literally can be stopped. That's the aim. I want to fight so hard that no more black man will be wrongfully convicted because of his race, because he does not have the funds for a private defense team, for the fact that he is being treated as though he is a thug. Like, do you not understand? Do you not understand that? Look at Murdoch, whatever his name is. He was big in the government in where was he, in South Carolina? He did it, whatever. How the heck did he just get a retrial? How the heck did he just get a retrial when James's case was much more stronger for a appeal than Murdoch? Murdoch is fully guilty, my brother. Like, Murdoch unalived his wife and kids. Thank you. And because of this, let me tell you something, yeah? Let me tell you something. I have walked into sheriff's offices. I have walked into court. I have walked into places. And just because I am this, I was given access to rooms nobody could get into. I had a full-blown argument. I will tell you something, right? I remember I had to go to the sheriff's office in New York for some other case. I had to go into the sheriff's office in New York, right? to make sure that they had served some papers. And bearing in mind, yeah, when you ask the sheriff to serve papers to somebody, they will ask you for the description of who they should be serving. And obviously the description was somebody black, and I gave a very thorough description to like hair, tattoos, everything, right? They end up serving the first black person they came across. Bearing in mind now, I came to find out this paperwork that they had served the wrong person. There was a black lady sitting behind me, and she had I believe she had a domestic violence case. And bearing in mind, I am having a full-blown argument with the lieutenant in the sheriff's office about how can you literally just turn around and serve the wrong person. And he turned around and said to me, well, you put there he's black, so we saw the first black person. And I said, how can you sit there and tell me you saw the first black person? You are the epitome of wrongful convictions and wrongful arrests. You're telling me that if I said to you, a black person, you have 4 different people of a darker skin color, and you're telling me if I told you a black person attacked me or whatever, you're going to pick the darkest person, even though that you didn't even, and like, even though you know that it could not be him. And he said, well, it always happens. I was having a shout. If you guys don't believe me, go to the sheriff's office in Jamaica, New York, right? In Jamaica, New York, by Jamaica Station, and go into the sheriff's office and ask for the lieutenant, and the lieutenant will remember my face, because me and him were having a full-blown shouting match over racism. And the lady behind me started crying, and she said, I could have never ever done that because they would have shooted me a long time ago if I was to argue. And that's one thing I don't stand for. Like I said to people, it's because it happened to be my husband that was being oppressed, right? I will fight for race. I will fight against racism till the end of my life, because racism does not make sense to me. It just does not make sense to me. Like it does, like I will never ever, I will live and die and go to Jesus, and it will never comprehend in my head how racism is allowed. It will never, like whoever knows me will know I will forever fight against racism. I don't care who you are or where you come from or what golden spoon you've been eating. I don't care who the heck your name is or what it's associated to. I will forever fight for the oppressed and against racism, because my Lord and Savior also speaks about protecting the oppressed, the widow, the sick. How, like, do you know what I want to ask? And I would love to have some racist people on here, right? What do you see different? What is seeing through your eyes that I can't seem to see? For why you why you you are bad to black people? Like what is different from them and me? We have the same organs. We have the same. What? I didn't convert to Islam for nobody. I was born Muslim, dummy. We have the same organs. We are the same image as God. Just because some have darker skin compared to us. Like, I want to see what you guys see out of your eyes. Out of your eyes. I beg you. What are you talking about? My mum's Muslim. I converted. I ain't got time for you. Seriously, you're just boring. Like my baby dad. Okay, go on. Tell everybody who my baby dad is. All I know is my baby dad's taking care of my child. So, what he's supposed to be doing. It's irrelevant. You're talking about irrelevance. I'm talking about bigger problems, which is racism and oppression, and you're talking about my baby dad. Look at your priorities. And then people wonder why the world is not changing and why these people of power are sitting there to oppress others, because people like your sorry ass worries more about my baby dad than the true problems of this earth, which is racism and oppression. and genocide. Are you hearing me? Whilst people are so worried about baby dads and who they sleep with, they should be worrying about saving this earth from people who do not care about you or my baby dad. We all chose to have a baby dad. What can I do? What you want me to cry over flipping spilled milk because I have a baby dad, or what religion I turned to, or what I did? No, we have bigger issues. My daughter and other people's kids are being raised. My daughter had to witness racism because she's mixed race. From people are asking her, what is your race? Are you white or are you black? My daughter was confused the first couple of years of her life because people are talking about, why do you have white people hair but your dad is black? And then the Albanian community abused my daughter for being mixed race. So when people are worried about baby dads and stupid, materialistic crap, why don't you worry about making this world a better place? Someone has a mental disability. Can they still? Yes, they can. Anybody can get the DP. I'm telling you now, anybody can get the DP. Anybody. There's a guy in Texas death row, and I can't remember his name. He's gorged out his eyes. He committed the crime, and he gorged out his eyes because he couldn't deal with what he had done. And he cannot be executed, but they've been trying to execute him for many years, and they're still trying to push it. Like, I get frustrated. I get so frustrated because we are struggling so much and we have so many resources, especially on social media, to stop this craziness. But people, because I don't want to mention names, people with such high power, they are such big analysts. They know how to rage bait you. Or they know how to tie your legs by telling you that they're going to take your finances away, your independence away. So you would rather sit there. Talk about the next Patrick Tar or the next One Size Makeup or the next Refi or all of that stuff, which is no problem having that. That's incredible. I have all these brands. But you're more focused talking about that than actually talking about what's going on in this world. Why don't we use these platforms? You know, back in the day, they didn't have social media. They had posters as propaganda. We no longer have the Martin Luther Kings of this life. We no longer have the Malcolm X's of this place. We no longer have the women, the powerful women, the Mother Teresa's and the beautiful, strong black women that fought for their rights. Now we're being told that civil rights is worthy nothing. Yes, I did study law. Like, people are too much in each other's business. People are more worried. And that's fine. Let them trolls come, because I like it when they're triggered. They're triggered because they know that that's the truth. That the truth is coming out and people need to wake up. People need to wake up. You are undoing the hard work of people who have fought for freedom. You are undoing it and nobody's saying anything. They can't find, what can they find? Dirt. Me and James have always been open about everything. Dirt my ass. And you know what? It's better that you try to find dirt on me. And if you do, thank you for releasing it, because you're freeing me from my insecurities. You really think if Jesus Christ washed my sin under his blood, you think I'm worried about the dirt that you will release about me? Please try. I will speak about it if you want. And that's why I will not be caring about some little peroxide Karens and redneck Bobs and some bitter lemon little weird people. My problem here is that the world is breaking down, that people are undoing the hard work that people fought for freedom. They're undoing it like it's nothing. And nobody's saying anything. Nobody's shouting and saying, hold on a minute. These people have lost their lives for this freedom that we have today. And they're just undoing it. They're just undoing it. Because it won't just be my husband. It won't just be my husband. It could be your husband and your father and your son. You can't sit there and you know, let me tell you something. As a mother, I'm raising this little child the best way I can. Best way I can. But I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible for what she chooses to do with her life when she becomes an adult. I pray, I keep her under prayer. But honey, she is her own individual. God only borrowed her to me to raise her. To raise her. She is not mine. She belongs to the Lord. The Lord only trusted me with her to raise her. But she does not belong to me. We do not belong to nobody. I need to stop now. I need to stop because I'm getting too passionate. Jesus is our Lord and Savior. Yes, he died on the cross for our sins. If people didn't murder, let me give you a very hard truth. Murder's never going to stop. From the minute Cain killed his own brother Abel, the first ever committed murder in this earth, it will never stop until Jesus comes back. I'm sorry to break it to you, honey. I am so sorry to break it to you. Death penalty or no death penalty, murder will never stop as long as the enemy is prowling in this earth. As long as the enemy is loose in this earth, murder, sin, any type of heinous crime will never ever stop. People have this delusion that if they have the death penalty, it will deter murder. It will never deter murder because we live in an earth that is full of sin, that the enemy is prowling around. We have been warned about this. You cannot you can never stop murder. You can never stop thieving, robbery. You can never stop sin until Jesus Christ comes back and we live in eternal life in heaven where there will be no more sin. So whoever sold this dream to you to think that murder will stop if there is the death penalty, you have been lied to hard and in core because you are living in a sinful world. Simple. Do we justify it? No. Do we agree with it? No. But is it ever going to stop? No, it's not. A sin is a sin, sis. A sin is a sin. Whether you take life or whether you steal a car, it's still a sin. Where in the Bible does God say that murder is worse than stealing a car? Where does adultery is the same level as murder, but you guys still open your legs outside of marriage, like we all have done in our past. So what makes you think that you realize God speaks about committing adultery and literally and fornication is the same level sin as murder? People were executed for fornicating. I'm not speaking lies. I'm speaking facts. If I'm speaking lies, somebody tell me now. Somebody tell me now. The Bible says the 10 commandments, because people talk about one commandment and forget all the other 9. One of the commandments is do not commit adultery. You guys are endorsing a man that commits adultery. You guys, so many of you choose to commit adultery because you guys can't keep yourself with social media and stupid shit. So how can you sit there and talk about one commandment when there are another 9? Another 9 commandments. You're ignoring all of those, but only one you are pinpointing because you want to prove yourself, right? Do not lie. You know a white lie is still a lie, by the way. I'll never forget my first day in law school. An incredible criminal lawyer said to us, a lie is a lie. Whether it's white, blue, pink, or orange, it's still a lie. That's a sin. That's a sin. But you guys still choose to lie. Let's go through all the commandments, because I'm about to be today. We're gonna learn today. Because if I'm gonna go on here, I'm about to teach people facts. I don't need to speak here opinion, because my opinion is irrelevant compared to what the facts of the case are. My opinions comes out of emotion. No, that's what I'm saying. There's more heinous crimes. There's more worse, disgusting murderers in general population than there is in the death row. All right. 10 commandments of the Bible. You shall have no other God but me. Do you know how many idolizations? Do you know how many idols you guys have? Do you know how many idols you guys have apart from God? Mr. and Mrs. Christians that sit in the Bible and scream that we should have death penalty. You shall have no other God but before me. Do you know how many idols you guys idolize? Going from your spouse to your kids, to your phones, to your so many other things that you make a God before God. You shall not make yourself an idol. Do I need to speak on that? Let's leave it there, because some people like to use AI to make themselves God. You shall not make wrongful use of name of the Lord your God. Okay. Again, I think I should be quiet. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Nobody no longer knows what holy looks like. Honor your father and your mother. You know, when you go to Mark, the book of Mark in Bible, Jesus speaks about the people that were taking the absolute mick out of their fathers and mothers and saying, well, I am honoring them. You shall not murder. Yes, you shall not end nobody's life. But somebody is always stuck at number 6 and don't know the 1 to 5s and the 7 to 10. You shall not commit adultery. Adultery is not just laying down with somebody else. Adultery can be emotional. Adultery does not have to specifically be just physical. It can be financial. It can be in many ways. You shall not steal. Stealing does not mean you just run into a shop, into a store and just rob. Stealing is stealing in different ways. I swear, I hope to God that Jesus can come down and actually tell you people properly. But it's never mind. You shall not bear false witness. You shall not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor. And everybody sits there and says that only the number 6 in that commandment is the most important compared to all the other ones. I can open up the Quran. I can open up the Torah. I can open up every book that there is religious-wise, and even spiritual books, and even any type of book. And yet, you guys will forget every other commandment, but pick the only one that suits you. You will go commit adultery and say, well, I didn't murder nobody. Well, you just the same. Leveled, honey. It's the same level. Same level. You are still going to be, if you do not repent, you are still going to be punished as the same as a murderer. That lake of fire is just as hot for a murderer and an adulterer, for a murderer and a stealer, for a murderer and an idolizer, for a murderer and the God complex people, for a murderer and for so many other people. Stop watching my lips. My lips are the worst. My lips is not fake. There's no lip filler. I only have Botox on my forehead. I find it weird when I'm talking that people are more focused on my lips than anything else. Would you want a kiss? Get the hell out my face about, is your lips fake? No, I can't calm down because we're talking about more important stuff than my lips. Like, why are you focused on my lips? We're talking about important stuff in this life and you're sitting here talking about my lips. I'm so sorry. Like, there's a time and place for everything, guys. Come on. There's a time and place for everything. Who is justifying murder, Annie? Who, Annie? Who is justifying murder? Nobody is justifying it. I'm just saying that all of those commandments are wrong regardless. So you are justifying that you should not, that murder is worse than this and that. Like, come off it. This is what I mean. Don't play these games with me, Annie. Don't play these games with me, Annie. Iman, I ain't well. Honey, look at yourself. Sis, look, I'm not even going to start on you. I'm not even going to start on you. Trying to have an Islamic name and being and acting seductive on a picture, and I ain't well. Oh no, honey, I ain't well because I'm speaking the truth. Okay, do you know what? The Bible speaks about people. You cannot argue with people that just never mind. So murder is okay if cheating is okay. I don't get the point. Well, since you don't get the point, I've been trying to explain myself for the last 10 minutes. You still not getting it. There's no point. It's like talking to the wall. There's no point. What does that mean? The flavor of... Oh, Jesus, I beg you, Iman, go find your deen. Go find some sort of, I don't know, peace in your mind. Thank you, whoever took her away. If that's all you have is personal attacks, that speaks volume. Oh, now Annie, look, let me tell you something about peroxide Karens, yeah? Let me tell you something about peroxide Karens. If they get proven wrong in a logical argument, what they start doing is they start attacking your personality and they start attacking your character. Deuces, blocked, goodbye. Like, you are the least of my worries. With all due respect, God bless you and God bless your family. You are the least problem in my life. Like, toodles, we don't care. Like, have you not realized these peroxide Karens will come and attack you with the Bible? You then come back with the most facts of the logical situation. And then when they don't like it and they get proven wrong, then they come for your personality and they come for you as a person. It's boring. Have you not seen it? I mean, it's such a typical Republican thing. Do you know what? I can't be bothered with you because you've come in here to just... The people that are entertaining this guy, honestly, do you guys find it logical for somebody to come to you and ask you, do you have filler in your lips? Why are you looking at somebody's lips? Do you know how uncomfortable that is? Like, do you people not see the uncomfortable behind it? Should I just look in your lips? Like, when I'm talking to you? Would you want to kiss? Like, I'm confused. Why are you looking at my lips? Why is my lips the biggest problem in, like, do you know how many times I get asked, is my lips fake? Like, why are you... That's my problem here. I don't mind people asking me questions, but we're talking about serious stuff. And then you're sitting there looking at my lips. How can you be married to somebody you couldn't touch until he was dead? How can you touch somebody and then they don't take you serious? Catherine, you're funny. She said, because that's all you see when they look at you. Lord have mercy, because that's all they see. So you guys are saying that all they see is my lips. You are hilarious. Maybe I should have not put that. Maybe I shouldn't have not put that lip tint then. Maybe I should avoid that and not let... God forbid, imagine if I wore red lipstick. This is why I don't wear red lipstick. Because people are too much. That's all you see. Well, it's better than having paper cut lips. I'm not going to lie. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jessica. Honey, if you have to pay good money for your lips, honestly, take care of them. Take care of them, because having big lips is not easy, because these damn things get dry too quickly. These things, they get dry quick. Because, look, honestly, look, you know when these suckers are fake. Literally, look. No, I'm a dad. Honestly, people don't understand. Having big lips is not easy, because these suckers, they they get dry, and they hurt. And do you know what? So I didn't even know lips can get sunburn. Since we're all talking about my lips right now, right? Why were my lips sunburned? Out of the whole thing in my face, like Catherine said, the only thing where we see is your lips, right? I had my lips sunburned in New York. Have you guys ever experienced your lips being sunburned? Because when I had that, I couldn't believe what happened. Yeah, I never knew that existed. I swear to God, I never knew that existed. See, that's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? It's not easy to have. Yeah, I found out that there's chapsticks with sunscreen. I never knew that. I had to find out the hard way. I will always advocate for people, always. Hey, Sarai. I find it so funny that when I start speaking and people pay money for your lips, I find that, do you know, there was when it first started, the lip filler pandemic started, right? And I'll never forget, I was in a club. This was when I was clubbing back in the day. And I remember this girl, she wouldn't let me get out of the bathroom until she took pictures of my lips. So she can show her anesthetic. And it's so cute, but yeah. I always say, if you want to get your lips done, just go to a good person. Go to a good person to get your lips done. There's nothing wrong with... I've got Botox on my forehead, but look, it's starting to come out because I've had it about 4 months ago. Yeah, I did end up catching the flight. Oh, that's not nice. Why? Why did they do that, Kendra? No, that comment, I can't get over it. When Catherine turned around and said, the only thing we see when you speak is your lips. Jesus. Well, I've got nice eyes too. They're green. I love me a bit of Botox. I'm not even going to lie. I see this, and usually I would get an eyebrow lift as well. I love me that little thing, that little syringe. Oh, she's my best friend. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. I'm not a filler person. But I say that, and the next thing you know, I'll come on live and be like, look, guys, I got filler. I love me some Botox. Just... Yeah. Oh, what funeral director? Really? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The stress of all of this, my Botox never lasts more than... Look, I still have that. This is quite prominent, but it's still holding on. And then my crow's feet. Girl, I don't know how you do it. James's funeral director was incredible. It was a black-owned funeral home in Livingston, Texas, and they literally became my family. Like, I came to realize how important it is to have a good funeral home. that understand you, that will go above and beyond for you. Like, honestly, I've never dealt with like funeral planning, but yeah, I realized how important it is to have a good funeral home when it came to your funeral. Thank you. James kept himself very well. I'll give it to my husband. He very was hygienic. Hygiene was big for him. Self-hygiene was so big for him. To look presentable was so big for him. Guys, I don't mean to boast, but my husband was good looking. And yes, he had the best spirit. Listen, I miss him so much. I miss my boy. Yeah, you're allowed to agree. You are allowed to agree. I know my husband was good looking. You're allowed to agree. Yeah. Guys, he was delicious. This man, look at him. Look at him. He was too good looking for this earth. Thank you, Tracy. That guy made me laugh all the time. That guy had... You guys think I'm funny. That man was even funnier. Like, he just... Oh. Guys, I don't want to get emotional, please. Two and a half years, yeah. Well, when people found out it was 2 years, but we've now got to 2.5. Oh, he was just incredible. I used to tease him. We used to tease each other all the time. Thank you, Anna. We was just obsessed with each other. Like, when I mean we was obsessed with each other, that guy was just... He made me we were together for 2 years before he passed. And when I tell you, like, we would make each other smile like we had just met the day before. We would flirt. Like, we were so kiddie. Like, it was just... Yeah. That man gave me butterflies 2 years on. Like, I had just met him the day before. Like, he was just the most beautiful soul. Thank you, Claudia. He was the most beautiful soul, beautiful person, inside and out. Like, he was so romantic, so loving. He was a pain in the arse at times, and I was a pain in the arse at times, but that man... I miss my boy. Yeah, the Tony Caruthers case is crazy. And they're still going ahead to execute him tomorrow. And the governor said that he or she said he's not getting involved. That's so sad. Thank you. Yeah, we were each other's both pain. Let me tell you, yeah, this is how much of a pain in the ass we was for each other. And I think I've repeated this before. I always used to we used to describe our arguments this way. I would throw a little grenade and he will come back with a bazooka. Like, we were so petty in so many different ways. And, he was 6'2" and I'm 5'2". Like, we used to be petty. And then, like, I will throw something at him to trigger him. And then he would react. And then he would say something at me to trigger me. And then I would get upset because it hurts. And he's like, he will be like, I'm not gonna lie, we used to cuss each other out. And he'll be like, what the heck? Like, he'll be like, MF, like, what are you doing? Like, you was the one that came for me, and now you want to act like you want to hide behind me. That's how we was. Yeah, I spent about 5 hours with him at the funeral home. And I just spoke to him and hugged him and he was definitely my soulmate. I wish I had more time with him. I'm not going to get emotional. Oh, I really wish I had more time with him. Oh, you guys got me. Let's change the subject. Can we start talking about my lips again, please? Where are the haters when you need them? I missed Jacket Potato. I miss Jacket Potato. What's the favorite thing about James? Everything. Everything. Guys, why did you guys get to me? Ooh. Oh, thank you, Michael. Let me see your lips, Michael. Oh, thanks. Oh. Jacket Potato, I'm not gonna lie, cheese and beans. I'm a classic. And loads of butter. A stick of butter. Nah. No, my eyes are green. Thank you. They've grown out. I'm struggling to get rid of these nails because these are the last nails that James chose for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sour cream is like a hit and miss sometimes for me. Do you know what's so funny? He always picked my nail colors, but one thing that he loved was the color champagne on me. He gave me a nickname. My nickname was Champagne. And he loved that color on me. So I remember once he said to me, I want you to do your French nails, but I want the French to be a chrome champagne color. And that was our wedding day nails that he picked. Pizza topping, I'm boring. I prefer pepperoni and cheese. But sometimes I like to mix. I love a meat feast. Boy. Because I would send him loads of pictures. I would send him loads of pictures of nails and stuff like that. When I tell you, James was very like particular in what he liked and what I wore and stuff. Like he always liked my style, my dress sense, but he also had preferred colors for me. That guy, I just let him do whatever he wanted. I was like his little doll. Yeah, Amy. Anything you couldn't get makeup wise you could get everything in Texas when it came to makeup. I'm not gonna lie, all my makeup is from Ulta or Sephora in Texas. Yeah, I think I would. They really need to come off now, but yeah. I don't know if I can walk back in that prison, I'll be honest with you. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I'm not in the US. I'm in the UK. The other one. Yeah, he had a lot of tattoos. He had a sleeve, he had his hands tattooed, he had his chest and his stomach tattooed. I'm not going to look for another guy. I'm going to look for another dog. I'm going to get a dog. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a dog. Or maybe a raccoon. I don't know. A hyena. I don't know. Do you know what? I really want a puppy, but I travel too much. I want a little kookapoodle or, I don't know, some small little dog. Malcolm, honey bun, sugar plum. ACs are a privilege in the UK, honey. No. No. In the UK, it's guys. In America, you guys have installed AC in your buildings. We don't have that here. We have brick. Right? We have the yeah, honey bun, honey. If imagine I called my landlord, I don't have AC, she will laugh in my face and hang up. That red button will be pressed quicker than my request for an AC. Yeah. Oh no, honey. Oh no. What? We are all sticking together and I will sweat in the summer and we're about to get a heat wave. No. Honey, we don't get that. Right? Do you know what? Can you imagine? You guys talk about how, like, you know how when it's hot in the US and you guys walk into Walmart or Target and you have that AC blasting, you don't know if you're in Alaska or you're in Texas. That's a dream for us. How do we stay cool? Let me show you how we stay cool. That's how we stay cool. Handwork. Handwork. That's how we stay cool. That wrist is strong. Why do you guys think we have strong hands? That wrist is strong. See, look, fans from Amazon. And they said, guys, you don't want to... When I tell you, right, I love Arizona heat is a different level. I'm not even going to lie. Arizona heat, like, I've had a heat stroke before. Heat wave, like, it hits probably the 80s. Like, when I mean we're going to get... Okay, so let me explain now, right? Where is it? Weather. This week, the highest we hit is the 80s. We don't hit no more than the 80s, I can promise you. Maybe the 90s, and that's pushing it. So, Fahrenheit, yeah, the highest... Okay, so Monday is going to be 90. But I'm talking like 90, but that's like a rare occasion. But majority of the times, we hit the 80s. And bearing in mind, yeah, when that 90 hits on Monday... that ER is going to be packed. It's already packed as it is. People start dropping like flies. Yeah, it's 90 on Monday, which will be, 30-something degrees Celsius. Sorry, guys. Honey, there's the 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what I'm talking about. If you want me to convert it to Celsius... then it will be on Monday at 32 degrees Celsius. Do we have humidity? Ooh, our last name is Humidity. On our passport, it says the United Kingdom of Humidity. I don't live in the US. I spent too much time in the US. That's why I've been able to learn how to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. Oh, don't get me started. 20 degrees, the bikinis are out in Brick City. Us British people, we get too excited over sun. I love us though. In Texas prisons still have some sort of blow from some sort of hole in the wall. Pub gardens are full, the parks are full, the ER, the ambulances are full. It becomes a whole party. Bless us, we don't get it as often. We make use of it. I miss Texas. Guys, when I tell you, this is tanned to me. When I went to Texas before that, if you see my foot, you will see I was pale as hell. The ice cream van, the little thieves, the ice cream van. How did we go from one pound a cone to like £5 now? Oh yeah. Ice running out. Fans are nowhere to be seen. People are buying fans and fighting over fans. Honey, I swear to God, when the heat wave comes in the UK, it's like an apocalypse. And that's why I love it in Texas and Arizona, because everybody's so used to that heat. They're just like, it is what it is. Well, did James have hand tattoo say Jesus? No. No. No, it said South Side, which was so silly of him. He hated it. He done it when he first went into prison. Yeah, like a bit of cream, ice cream in a cone. Like, I can promise you, I can buy, the Napolitan and the cones and buy a flake, and that will cost me cheaper. Unlimited. See, the Americans can see right now our problems and our complaints. I wore a dress. I bought it in Macy's. I bought a dress in Macy's. It was a nice design. I don't know who the designer was, but it was a really nice dress. It was like a creamy, champagne-y colour dress because we weren't allowed to wear white. Ask them, honey. They've heard of it. I was supposed to get off about 10 minutes ago. Probably a bit longer than that. And have the British heard of the Minute Maid ice creams? Incredible. I can barely sleep. Yeah, James loved sport. He loved he loved basketball and NFL. Monica, you know about the Minute Maid ice cones, right? They're refreshing. Do you know what? No, I'm not an Arsenal supporter. Do you know what I miss? Do you know what I miss? Root beer. Let me tell you a joke behind it, yeah? What's the American root beer? They're a bit like Calypso's, yeah. What was the American? A&W. A&W root beer, right? Once I found out about A&W root beer, I was obsessed. Then I was drinking so much of it, I thought, am I turning into an alcoholic? Like, James was crying of laughter. I remember he called me once and I said, babe, I think I'm becoming an alcoholic. And he was like, what are you talking about? You don't drink, dummy. And I was like, no, but babe, I've drank like 4 different root beers. Like, I drank 4 root beers last night. And he's like, dummy, they're non-alcoholic. Like, what are you talking about? He was like, you don't even drink alcohol. That's the kind of stuff that my husband had to deal with. And then this is how you know my husband was just so tired of my bullshit sometimes. As much as I can be very academic and smart, I remember I called James. James called me. So I always say, yeah, I called him. Yeah, I actually thought that root beer had alcohol in it. And then I was on the phone to James and I went to fill up the gas. So I was like, babe, is gas flammable? And he was like, for somebody who's got a law degree and who's super smart, are you actually asking me if gas is flammable? Like, are you hearing yourself? He was like, I think you need to get out that gas station ASAP. No, I was born in Kosovo. Honestly, Anna, he was just like, how the heck? I will never forget, he was laughing so much. He was laughing so much. Yeah, root beer is not alcoholic, guys. I'm doing okay. I definitely need a root beer. I will do anything for an A&W root beer right now. Us Albanians were so used to drinking alcohol, honestly. And I haven't drank alcohol in such a long time. Yeah, but Amazon is going to charge you an arm and a leg. Amazon is going to charge you an arm and a leg. Like, I ain't got time for Amazon. Kosovo is a beautiful place. Oh yeah, I am gonna have to do that. I love me a good root beer. What else did I like? You guys had loads of different... You guys have so many different flavors of Sprites that we don't even have access to. Do you know what? I used to love going to HEB because there's that aisle. One thing that we don't have is the variation of sodas. Like, did you guys even know there's 20 different flavors just for Sprite? Pardon me. I might have to get a PO box just for root beer and ranch. Yep. Yeah, guys, did you know in America there's one aisle specifically for sodas, fizzy drinks, and you have about 20 different variations for Coca-Cola, for Sprite, for, do you know what I miss? A Big Red. Oh my goodness me, we don't have that. Guys, I think I just need the whole of HEB sent to me. Best foods in the UK. British people, help me, please. Greg's, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Sunday roast, yes, there we go. Sunday roast. Sunday roast is the best. And do you know, we're going to start this. Americans don't know where a Yorkshire pudding is. Did you know that? Americans don't know what a Yorkshire pudding is. I love to cook. I love to cook. Beans on toast. The true British are coming. You do. The true British are coming. I flew back and forth from Texas too many times. But I usually would stay up to 3 months. Yeah, trust me. Hispanic. Do you know what my favorite, now I'm going to get pissed off because I'm going to forget what it's called. Hispanic food is a different level. How can, this is what I hate, is like I think of things and I forgot what it's called. I love empanadas, but there's something that I love. I love this thing that it's I don't know what country, from a Hispanic country it comes from, but they are wrapped in banana. They're wrapped in banana leaves, and then but they are made with corn and they've got fillings inside. Oh, what is it called? Not an empanada. Guys, what is it? And they're soft. Tamales. Oh my God. Tamales. Oh, guys, that is my favorite. Is it okay if I can call it Latino or Hispanic food? Tamales is my favorite Hispanic or Latino food. Is it Salvador? I don't know. I've tried loads of different types of tamales. But I like the soft ones. I don't know what's the difference. What type of tamales is there? Is there loads of different types of tamales? I know anybody that ever offered me tamales, I didn't care where it came from. I just took it. And then, do you know what do you know what Mexican drink I like? The Jamaica. The one that is, what is it? It's the Jamaica drink. It's the red drink. It's a Mexican drink I love. And I think it was like a root drink. Am I making sense? There you go. Flor de Jamaica. There we go. There we go. The only place I can get the best Jamaica is in Arizona. Guys, when I tell you I love Hispanic, Latino food, you guys can feed me all day long. Can you see why people... Yep. Guys, this is why people in America and Southern America have bodies, because the food and the drinks that they eat. Listen, if I lived 1 year, whether in the Southern Americas or in America, I will be nobody can speak to me after that. Barely. I don't know, because I think that the Latino community in the UK is quite within themselves. So I wouldn't really know. Like a Jamaica in the middle of the heat with ice. Oh my God. And tamales and birria tacos. Listen, let me get fat. Let me get fat. England, London. The barbecue ribs. I love my food, guys. I love my food. I'm a foodie. I am a foodie. I'm just a size 0 that needs to gain weight. Sorry, guys. I'm hungry too because I don't have access to none of this food. Yes, I will definitely come back to Texas. I have the best family in Texas. I have my big support system in Texas. I miss my family in Texas. Guys, the way to my heart is food, you know. I'm so jealous of the people. I'm so jealous of the people that have access to the food that I really want right now. Do you know what I loved about Arizona? I used to go to Tucson quite a lot. It's like you go to these Mexican restaurants. Not only do you have the best food, you've got the best music playing in the background. Like, you literally, yes, I'm going to get a PO box. I need to get a PO box. It's like you are literally salsa. You are waving those hips side to side whilst you're eating a birria taco. Like, ooh, Texas from Arizona, they're literally one state, but it depends. North where? Oh, Michigan. Do you know a lot of people have been telling me to come to Michigan? Do you know why I know about Michigan? This is so funny. 8 Simple Rules. Tell me somebody that watched 8 Simple Rules when they were younger. That's how I know about Michigan. And I always say I'm going to go to Michigan. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Pennsylvania. I'm actually supposed to be going to Pennsylvania when I come back because of... I don't know if you guys know about the guy that was exonerated, Nick Yaris, in Pennsylvania. He was in death row, Pennsylvania, so I need to go there. I'm going to go there for an event, I believe in the fall. Guys, I love food so much. I swear to God, the only way somebody can kidnap me is by giving me a table of food. That's the only way you can take me. Don't tell the butlers and the swans about that before they kidnap me with food. But honestly, you can, like, you literally, if you give me food, you've got me. That's it. I will definitely let you know. I will definitely let you know when I get to Pennsylvania. Like literally crawfish after crawfish, then change to tamales, then change to seafood boil, then change to greens, then like you see a trail of all these different food. And I won't even look ahead. I would just keep on eating. And I'm not even like, I love my food. I'm just so in, like, that's how you know stress is so crazy, because I'm a size 0 right now. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's one thing I would love to do, is a food tour of America. I'm just sick and tired of the waffles. I'm not even gonna lie. Fried chicken waffles. Fried chicken and waffles. I'm sick and tired of that. Like I've overdosed in fried chicken and waffle and syrup. Do you know what? James used to love? What dessert? Peach cobbler. Can I have a bit of peach cobbler? Peach cobbler. That was James's go-to dessert, and then he introduced me to the peach cobbler. Oh my goody. A peach cobbler. A peach, how do I explain it? It's like a peach pie. But yeah. I love me a peach cobbler. Yeah, it says James in his handwriting. With ice cream. It is like crumble, but it's not crumble on top. It's like a lattice dough. Can I get me some peach cobbler? Who loves catfish? Is it catfish? It is catfish, isn't it? I had that a few weeks ago. Catfish bites. See what I mean? Oh my God, take me back to Texas. Oh, take me back to the southern. I'm a southern belle. Oh, stop it. Smoked catfish nugget. Yeah, you guys. This is what I mean. Guys, I need to rebook that ticket and tell border control, listen, I'm just here for the food and the vibes. Smoked mac and cheese. Yeah, I slept earlier today. Smoked mac and I love salmon. I had salmon 3 days in a row in New York. I love salmon. Thank you, Christy. The mac and cheese in America. And when I'm feeling lazy, that Velveeta has to come out. I used to say to James, it's you, and then it's the American food. You, and not even American food, you and then food. Like, James used to get so upset because I was losing so much weight and I wouldn't eat because he knew how much I loved food. And that was like my comfort. And he used to get super, super upset that I couldn't eat properly. Do I like Italian food? Of course. Talking of Italian, let me tell you something funny about Italian with James, because I know you guys like hearing stories about between me and James. So me and James used to pretend we were Italian, right? This is the kind of stuff that James and I used to do. We used to pretend that we were Italian. Lobster, of course. And my name was Joanna. And James's name was No, what was it? How the heck did I just forget? My ADHD memory is so bad. What was his Italian name? Johnny. Was it Johnny? It was Johnny. My name was Joanna. Do you like pasta? And literally him and I, we would be Italian for the day. And we would like Gianni. But Johnny. And literally him and I, we would pretend to be Italians for the day and we would talk in an Italian accent. And he'd be like, Joanna, you love me, Joanna. And I'm like, I love you, Johnny, like pizza and dough. Yeah, we were fun. Oh my God, I just remembered that. Oh. What I would do to hear him call me Joanna. Yeah, I've got loads of his calls. I have loads of his calls recorded. I still need to release because he wanted me to release a lot. Yeah. Kind of. Sometimes, you know what? A lot of volunteers would send like Dominoes to the prison or like Popeyes, and it used to break my heart because like something so simple, he used to get so excited. His last meal was what everybody ate on the day in the prison. I think I'm gonna need a cry after this live. Yeah, they don't anymore. Not really. His life before prison was just full of drugs and pain. Yeah, it is. I need to get off in a bit. Did anything surprise me about him? I can't think of anything. He didn't know who his dad was up until last year when I found him. He never knew who his biological dad was up until last year. And I'm so glad that even though he left this earth, the biggest question he had in his life was to know who his biological dad was. No. He's got another man on his birth certificate. His dad didn't even know he had an older son. His dad thought that he only had one son. To come to find out, when I went looking for them, that's when his dad found out that he had an older son. Thank you, Lisa. I'm not even going to start about that family. It's not just his aunt. It's not just his aunt, I promise you. He was not given a fair life. Like, I've come to realize that some people enter this earth don't have an easy life. Yeah. No, his dad, thank you, Amy. His dad wasn't able to see him because he's got bad health conditions. And I wish I was able to make it happen. And I'll be honest with you, I tried, but then obviously with being so stressed with everything, it slipped out my mind. Because I really wanted him to meet his biological dad. Obviously, they've spoken on the phone and stuff, but he met his brother from his biological dad's side that he never knew he had either. But, yeah. Guys, I'm going to get off in about 5 minutes because... Oh, I beg you, I unblock kennels. Watch your dogs. Watch your dogs and let them not piss all over the place because you're just busy trying to be a smart ass. Like, watch your dogs, please. Can you imagine? I probably would have wanted to buy a dog from you and you just literally lost business. What the heck is hybristophilia? Maybe it wasn't something correct. It's okay. Probably. There was an Albanian word that I didn't even know was a curse word, and I said it. Were you attracted to high-profile crimes? What does that mean? Oh. I never knew that Bonnie and Clyde were from Texas, you know, until I started coming to Texas. Oh. Oh. I want the Albanians to give you a curse word. I don't like cursing in Albanian, I'm afraid. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde were husband and wife, so in love, they committed crimes together and they died together. That's what it was. And they're from Texas. They're a crazier version of Romeo and Juliet, in other words. And there's Romeo and Juliet, Bonnie and Clyde, and then there's Joker and what's the girl's name? And Harlequin. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so like if you want to go from like less to big, literally. That is so funny. Juliet is such a nice name. My daughter's got a friend called Juliet. Yeah, so literally there's Romeo and Juliet. They're like mediocre, I love you, I'ma die with you. Then there's Bonnie and Clyde, which was I'ma ride with you. And then there's Harlequin and Joker, which is I'm crazy, but I'm really crazy with you. And then you put those motherfuckers together, you're in trouble. Excuse my language. That's how now I'm getting tired. Okay. 1:15 and I'm out. Oh, I definitely will be dreaming of some nice food. What do you do for a living? I grieve right now. I've become a professional widow. Oh, sorry. Two years plus. No, I don't see him in my dreams. The only time I see him in my dreams when I have flashbacks of the execution. Thank you. I'll be honest, I have been drinking water. That's something I've been drinking a lot to avoid migraines, but 5 minutes, guys. Oh, I've never heard of Queen and Slim. Oh, really? I might watch it. I hope he does. Guys, if he visits me in my dream, I'm gonna bawl out crying. Like, bawl out crying. I find myself talking to his ashes sometimes. I can't believe that his ashes are in my house. Like, he's physically here with me with his ashes, but not in spirit. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you. I will definitely look into a PO box tomorrow. I I'm not gonna lie, I don't believe, not that I don't believe in mediums, I just don't, and like, yeah, I don't speak to mediums. Are you actually being serious? I hope you're telling the truth and you're not lying. Who are you? Extra large what? Three minutes remaining. I feel like the securest lady. 3 minutes remaining. You have 3 minutes remaining. Oh, sorry. That did not hit on time. I apologize. I am slow. I apologize. Can you see what my husband had to deal with? I'm slow with the jokes. Yeah. Oh, Amy, thank you. When do I start therapy? On Tuesday? No, when they used to say no third party calls allowed, I used to be like, you're the third party, honey. You are the third party. No, he wasn't allowed to have a wedding ring, but we still got wedding rings. And then he wore it on the day of his viewing after he passed, and then now I have it with me. You have 1 minute remaining. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you guys for just keeping me busy. And yes, I did get emotional, passionate. We went through all the emotional roller coaster with me today, but I appreciate you all. Take care of yourself. Good night. Thank you for using Securus. Thank you. God bless you guys. I'm praying for you guys. Stay safe and stay in prayer. Thank you, Monica. Do I follow you? I do now. Bye, guys. Thank you.